excellent. Oh, spine buster. She takes a shot and it's in. Shaftesbury have brought it back.
I'm going to give the rest of us like upsteam.
Right there, Luke Beveridge.
The pro smasher.
He's through. He's put it in. And here comes one.
I will fire you if you put your hands on me again.
Will you?
How difficult it would be to be the world's greatest corner's uncle. Not ever end well.
It's massive, massive game. Foodie fest.
And now on BTR Plus, From the Vault.
So welcome everybody to another edition of the Q5 here on Andrew's Wrestling Talk, and I'm joined with my special guest, Johnny K.
Alright, let's do it, bro.
Welcome to the show. So question one,
Yep.
where did it all begin for you?
Where do we begin? I attended my first training session in August of 2014, so that's when it really all began, and that's at Pro Evolution Wrestling Academy in Gloucester. So that's about 2 years ago, so it's all started there, and it's gone up and up, which is great.
Yeah, gone up since then.
Yeah, man.
Who's inspired you to be pro wrestling that you are today?
Ooh, that's tough. There's quite a few. I take a lot of inspiration in my sort of in-ring work and sort of how I go about things from Sami Zayn.
Oh, right, yeah, Sami Zayn.
I think he's great. I take a lot of inspiration from him. It's just a lot of people. I mean, anyone who's been a bit of a journeyman, gone around, honing their craft. Chris Jericho's another one. Inspiring reading his books and just following his story. He's always been able to be cross-promoted from wrestling, doing all those other things. Pretty much you can do everything.
Oh, he can, musician, everything, isn't it?
That's the one. So I mean, there's been quite a few. I say those two are probably the biggest inspirations.
What do you think the future holds, Johnny Gale?
Oh God. A lot, hopefully. I've got big ambitions. Hopefully I can keep working hard and get my name out there and wrestle as much as possible, get the wins in. Huge win tonight against Charleston. I'm always confident, but that was almost unexpected. And he's extremely talented, top guy. But so if I can keep getting these wins, I'll hand every dog. But I'll keep fighting, and I won't give up, and I'll keep going for these wins. And hopefully there's a championship in the pipeline, and one day maybe national TV.
Tell you what, you've got a huge fan base out there tonight. They were real loud for you.
Yeah.
And they absolutely fantastic. So, a dream match. Anyone, anywhere?
Ooh, dream match. That's a tough one.
Past, present?
Going back to what I said earlier, I think Chris Jericho. That'd be a great one. Some people might snarl at it, but at the age of 6 or 7 when I got into wrestling, John Cena was my idol, as I think he is for anyone that age. So I think it would be great to get in there with him, just from, I can't beat that. I could go on for 1,000.
Yeah.
He's on the independent scene at the moment, there's some amazing guys, way off trades, making moves. Yeah, there's quite a few.
So what do you think the best highlight of your career is so far?
Highlight of my career. Tonight's definitely up there. I mean, like you said, that crowd response was incredible.
They're so loud. They were really well, very loud.
Can't ask for anything more. It's the first time I've been able to perform in front of my hometown crowd, to have the support behind them, lots of other people behind them. It's always drives you to do better, I said it in my pre-match promo address to Charleston. When I hear the fans chanting, it's an indescribable feeling. It drives you to be better, to not give up, to give it your all, and you can't ask for anything more. So tonight's definitely up there. My professional debut back in May against Dan Splash, who's the man who trained with me, which was also a Pro Evolution Wrestling middleweight championship match, which is a big way to debut. So I'd say those two probably at the moment. but I'm looking to make a lot more.
Fantastic. Well, this has been another edition of the Q5 with my special guest, Johnny Gale, and I'll see you next time.
WeDoVans.com. Vans with us and ready to go. Check out WeDoVans.com for more information. Or call on 01747 822 722. WeDoVans.com. Step into the ring like a champion with Kenway Customs, where your wrestling gear isn't just clothing, it's your armor. Crafted for the fighters who demand style and performance, Kenway Custom delivers custom wrestling attire that fits like a second skin and looks like $1,000,000. Whether you're throwing down in the ring or standing tall in the spotlight, our gear moves with you, breathes with you, and takes your game to the next level. Custom designs, premium materials, and durability, built to last through every slam, every suplex, and every victory. Ready to be legendary? Get your custom wrestling attire today, only at Kenway Customs. Gear up, stand out, and win big.
His country back.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the Q5 with my special guest. This is the man they call the Bruce.
That's it.
How's it going, my friend?
I'm good, thanks for having me on.
It's great to have you on the show. So let's start off here with question one. Where did it all begin for you as a pro wrestler?
Where did it all begin? Well, I started watching wrestling probably from about the age of 4. I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone that's a fan out there, something draws us all to it, and I was drawn to wrestling. I didn't start training until I was 20. So I found a school in Portsmouth, Varsity Pro Wrestling, trained under the UK Kid and Jake McCluskey.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and here I am, 7 years later. So
Fantastic. It's great, that. So who's inspired you to be the pro wrestler that you are today?
well, for me, there's many guys. You know, I think still now the greatest wrestler of all time is Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. You know, he's one of the top guys. Obviously, Roddy Piper. That's why I wear the kilt, not just for my Scottish heritage, but for a tribute to Piper as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, guys that I grew up with, and even modern day, you know, best wrestler in the world to now, in my opinion, is Randy Orton.
I totally agree with you there. Randy Orton, definitely.
That's it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. What do you think the future holds for you here?
Future, for me, it's got to be WWE. You know, that's the dream. That's why I got into this, was to one day be there. You know, I'm enjoying my time on the independents now, working for all the great companies that I work for. I'd love to work for so many more. You know, ICW, Progress, WCPW. Possibly even Evolve, something like that, and then WWE, you know, at some point in the future. That's where I hope.
I mean, we got the UK Championship tournament that's just happened, and they're bringing the TV show over here as well. Opportunities are open here in the UK.
You never know what happens. You never know.
Dream match, anybody, anywhere, for anybody as well.
For anybody, it would have to be a WrestleMania match. And I know it probably won't ever happen.
Never say never, my friend.
Never say never. There's 3 guys I'd really like to wrestle. One being Ric Flair, you know, one being Randy Orton, and Mick Foley. Ideally in a street fight, Mick Foley, you know, it's that sort of style. I believe that Mick Foley running a story or something with him builds guys and puts a lot into them, as it has done with Randy Orton and Edge. You know, he's had some great matches, you know, Mind Games, Shawn Michaels, and I think he's a great storyteller. So.
I'll tell you, Bruce versus Randy Orton, I'd love to see that. That's a dream match right there, I'd love to see that. Your highlight of your career so far, being that there's been so many. You former UPW champion, current tag team champions in Germany as well.
GWF tag team champions, the British Young Bloods. Both great highlights for me. Obviously winning the singles belt's probably the highlight of the year. You know, last year was a great year for me in terms of wrestling. But winning that singles belt and beating Marty Scurll for the title, possibly, you know, maybe not in the triple threat. I think the singles match that me and him had, that's probably the highlight so far.
Yeah, that's a huge match. That was an epic match. That was. That was in the categories of the match of the year for us. That was. It was absolutely epic match. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much for being on my show.
Thank you.
He's been Bruce. I've been your host, Carl Andrews, and I'll see you next time on another Q5.
And here comes one. Oh!
Hello, this is BT Ali.
We're going now!